everybody, it's Paul and I'm standing inside the entrance to the Great Hall of the castle. Now before I show you around, give you the grand tour of the room, I want to take a few steps back and just tell you a little bit about the castle building itself. Now the construction started in 1914, it was completed in 1919. Now that being said, it's not like the castle was completely done by then. It was certainly move-in condition, but there were some pieces added later on. William Gillette expanded the castle between 1923 and 1926. That's when he added an in-law apartment on the third floor of the castle, as well as the tower rooms. Now, as far as the work being done, as you may remember when we showed you around the main entrance hall, the Portis Walker Company were the general contractors. They were out of Hartford. Now, that being said, William Gillette still designed everything himself, and he certainly had a lot of attention to detail when it came to making sure the castle was built as he wanted it. Now, there were about 20 men working on this place, so about 15 stonemasons, 5 master carpenters, primarily working on the team, although there were certainly other people who worked on various aspects of the castle as well. Total cost for this house was $1.1 million. Now, as you hopefully saw in the biography video, William Gillette was an extremely successful stage actor, so he had no problem paying for this house. And keep in mind that $1.1 million was over 100 years ago. Now, as far as what that would equate to today, it's hard to say for sure, but if I were to give a best guess, I'd say maybe about $25 to $30 million. Now, 101 years ago when the house was completed, it was extremely modern for the time. Full utilities, electricity, running water, steam, heat. So for example, we have the light switches just to my left. As far as the material that you see here, you see a lot of stonework. The stone is all local stone. It's just regular field stone. William Gillette was pretty smart, so he put out word to local farmers that he needed the stone. After all, this is Connecticut. We practically grow rocks around here. So the farmers cleared the stone off their own farmland, and then they brought it up here for Gillette by the oxen cartload. Now, in between the stones, the mortar is red. It's a little strange, but he does it by design. He uses dark mortar in the main entrance hall. That's for dramatic effect. He wants you to feel as though you're in a really old castle. Now, it's cool, but it's creepy. So he had his masons dye the mortar red just to brighten up the rest of the house. Now, the wood that you see throughout most of the castle is going to be southern white oak, just like this. It was brought up from Tennessee and Virginia and then hand-carved by local carpenters. Now, William Gillette was smart, realized it's a very large house, it's a very heavy structure. He wanted to make sure it lasts forever. So the entire building was actually framed in steel. So for example, if you take a look over here, this is actually a steel I-beam covered up by stone. And then if you take a look overhead, you can see on the ceilings large wooden beams, which are actually just I-beams that are covered up by the wood. They just pieced it together around the steel. And that's the original frame of the house. So we really love that stuff. Now, looking all over the walls, you'll find we have this grass matting. It's sort of strange because as customized as the house is, this matting was extremely common for the time. William Gillette found it in a department store catalog. The store was Wanamaker's out of New York and Philly. Now the thing is, it's not meant to be on the walls. It's carpet tiles. That's what everyone else used it for, but Gillette thought it would work better on the walls. At the very least, it's there because it fits the natural feel of the house. It's very rustic, very comfortable. I'd like to think Gillette was probably smart enough he saw some of the practical uses there, so it's soundproofing, added insulation, absorbs humidity. If he ever had to replace any of the tiles, it's pretty easy. He just went into a catalog, ordered some more, and he could just replace the individual squares themselves. So that's basically what I've got to show you now. Stay tuned because next time I'm actually going to be giving you a tour of this great hall that I'm standing in. So make sure that you keep on following our page on Facebook and on YouTube. Like these videos, post any comments or questions you might have, and make sure you keep sharing them with your friends and family so that we can get all the information out there and so everyone can enjoy our videos. So we'll see you guys next time.